Peter's Box. Life is for the living.
Hi, my name is Toastmaster Peter Dankwa. No, my name is Peter Dankwa. Toastmaster is just a title for someone who is part of Toastmasters International. If you don't know what Toastmasters International is, let me make it simple. It's a public speaking organization. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches its members public speaking and communication skills through a network of clubs. It is headquartered in California with a membership that exceeds about 345,000 people and over 15,900 clubs in 142 countries. Since 1924, Toastmasters International has helped people from various walks of life to improve their confidence in public speaking and leadership. Toastmasters is simply about two things: public speaking, that is communication, and leadership. Why are these two things important? We live in a world where we put a lot of effort, we put a lot of resources into things that benefit us. But when it comes to public speaking, we are usually at a deficit in terms of our skills. A lot of people do not know the art of public speaking. And Toastmasters International is like a vocational institution for public speaking. Just as artisans would attend a school or a college to improve upon their craft, Toastmasters International is a similar place for someone who wants to improve their communication and leadership skills. In a typical Toastmasters meeting, that is, if you should attend any club meeting anywhere in the world, you are bound to find two things. We have the prepared speeches session and the impromptu speeches session. And these sessions are usually evaluated. So you also have an evaluation session. Prepared speeches simply means that the Toastmaster is required to read about the project and prepare for that project before the day of the club meeting. And the member is expected to deliver a speech about the requirements of the project. Then the impromptu session, which is probably the most favorite part of a Toastmasters meeting, is called table topics. Table topics. So as the name suggests, you have a number of topics on the table that you have to choose and answer to or respond to. Now, the impromptu session is not a prepared session like the prepared speeches. This is purely an extemporaneous session where members think on their feet and give a speech in response to a question. And the purpose is to help the member be able to deliver impromptu speeches in real life. When you attend a function and you're asked to give a word, usually you get the jitters if you do not know what to say. But with the impromptu sessions in Toastmasters, you develop the habit of speaking impromptu. I'll take you through a typical Toastmasters meeting. The idea is to improve upon your communication skills. And how best can you do this if you do not have any mechanism for feedback? You always hear in Toastmasters that feedback is the breakfast of champions. When you deliver a speech in Toastmasters, there's someone who we call the evaluator, the speech evaluator. And that speech evaluator is no strange person. It's just a fellow Toastmaster. So even with evaluations, you learn how to evaluate. It's a collective effort that you have to also develop. Now, the evaluator would evaluate your speech based on the requirements of the project, and you are expected to incorporate that feedback to improve your subsequent speeches. There's also another set of evaluation that we usually call the tag team. T standing for timer, A standing for R counter, and G standing for grammarian. The timer times every aspect of the meeting. And therefore, don't be surprised when you attend any Toastmasters meeting and you are being flagged on time. You actually be notified that, hey, your time is up. Kindly wrap up. that you would find in a Toastmasters meeting, because as a speaker, you should respect the time that your audience offers you to deliver any kind of message. So in Toastmasters, we are timed so that we develop that habit of time management. To the eye counter simply is a person who counts filler words. If you don't know what a filler word is like, repetitions. They are words that take away from our speech. They don't really add anything to our speech. People usually use filler words to buy time, especially when they are unsure of what to say. You hear them mumble a bit of, and so that actually takes away from the beauty of your speech. So try and avoid filler words as much as possible. And lastly, we have the grammarian. There's a person in a Toastmasters meeting who is responsible for monitoring our grammar in a Toastmasters meeting and also to encourage the good use of grammar. The grammarian sometimes doubles as the word master of the day and provides a new vocabulary for everyone to learn in that meeting. This is a summary of what happens in a Toastmasters meeting. And let me tell you why you need to join Toastmasters. You need to join Toastmasters because it is a practical ground for improving on your public speaking. You don't drive with your mouth, do you? You drive by sitting behind the steering wheel and driving the car. The same happens with public speaking. You don't become a good public speaker overnight. You need to learn the dynamics of speech crafting. You need to learn the dynamics of speech delivery. That is what will make you a good speaker. And trust me, the mission of a Toastmasters Club is that it provides a supportive and positive learning environment in which members are encouraged to develop their communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. And I am a proud Toastmaster. Guess what? I started my blog through a Toastmasters project. And that led me to also start vlogging on YouTube, which you are here watching me today. I've also published a documentary from Toastmasters. So Toastmasters is not just about public speaking and leadership. It is about learning about the strengths and your weaknesses and improving upon your weaknesses and becoming a better person. If you are convinced of what I'm talking about, then try and join a Toastmasters club. Whatever it is that you feel you need to improve in your communication and leadership, you will find that at the Toastmasters club. Trust me, I'm a Toastmaster. I'm a proud one, of course. And I hope your questions are answered. If you have any questions, you can drop it down in the comments and I'll address them. See you later.
Peter's Box. Life is for the living.